Hey everyone, Slambo here. This is the second try at this one. Re-recording because I recorded the whole thing and found out afterwards that my microphone was not turned on. So, of course. Anyway, so where have I been? I've been on hiatus, kind of trying to complete a project that I had for work, video project. It was a celebration of life video that I was working on, and I'm such a perfectionist about something like that that it took me way longer than I ever expected to finish it. We shot it in September, still doing B-roll all the way up through February, and finally delivered it in the last month. Now that that's done and delivered, I can get back to making my videos guilt-free. So let's do that. I'm going to show you a bunch of things that I got recently. While I was doing that production, I was still going out and buying more records and CDs and everything. I was still going to thrift stores. I'm driving all over the state still, so I might as well stop in at the thrift stores and the record stores that are around me when I'm on site. And I've got some of those from distant locations, and I've got some from right next door almost. So first one I want to show, this one is one that I found at my local, I think this one was, this was a local store. I think it was the local Goodwill store. I don't remember exactly, but Spike Jones and his City Slickers. This one is a 3 DVD and 1 CD set. This one has a couple of his TV show episodes, and the CD has 2 radio show episodes that he did. The TV episodes include the song that I bootlegged off of a video cassette once, but now I actually have it on a record. Now I've got the original TV episode back on a DVD so I can watch that again. So Spike Jones and his City Slickers, Spike Jones the Legend, and let's see, there's the back of it. And inside we've got, it opens up here, so some more scenes from the band. There they are, the whole City Slickers orchestra down there. And then the discs here, we've got these fold out. There it is. So we got the 3 DVDs and 1 CD. So Spike Jones and his City Slickers, Spike Jones the Legend. Picked it up for real cheap at my local thrift shop. Really happy to have that. Another one that I picked up real cheap locally, the local city library, the Sequoia Branch Library of the Madison Library System. I think that's their official name, but it's a Sequoia Branch is the important part. They have a storefront here in Madison, and about every other month or so, they open that storefront up and they sell the surplus that they've gotten in donations. So I go there and we can get a whole bunch of fun stuff there, and I found this Artie Shaw 5 CD set there. And let's see, it's kind of loose packed in here. Disc 5, Disc 4, Disc 2, Disc 3, Disc 1. All in little packets like that. The discs all look kind of like that. But yeah, Artie Shaw, this is almost all studio recordings. But really, really, really well done. They sound really great. I listened to this one on a couple of drives for work. Picked it up for $5, and it's already listing on Discogs for about $25. So yeah, I think that's a good deal, especially if you like mid-century, 1930s, late 1930s into the 40s and early 50s big band. Really good set there. Another one, the next one that I picked up was from a local artist. There's a comedian named Charlie Behrens, and one of his characters is the stereotypical Wisconsinite. He does a series called the Manitowoc Minute, where he reads off the news with the Wisconsin slant. And if you watch his shorts, it's all about Wisconsin and everything there. And he put out a CD that was only available at local gas stations, at the Quick Trip gas stations. And when I heard about it, put it on my Christmas list, and I said, I want that. And I let family members try to find it. It wasn't under the tree. So since then, in January or February-ish, I started looking around on my own. When I started driving around again for work, once things warmed up again, I was driving around the state again and stopped in at all the Quick Trips on my way that I could find and I had time for to see if they had this disc, and nobody had it. And finally, just last month, I found it at my local Quick Trip just 3 blocks from the house. Anyway, But here it is, Behrens and Gruel Unthawed. And there's the inside and the back. This one is kind of country, which is a little bit more country than I usually get. But we've got the Supper Club Shuffle, Naming Your Town, Wintertime in Wisconsin, Sandbar, and it ends with the Old Wisconsin Jubilee. And if you watch Charlie Behrens' videos, he always closes with a little snippet from that song, the Old Wisconsin Jubilee. So Behrens and Gruel with Unthawed was another recent pickup. One pickup that just arrived this week in the mail. I had to order this one from the UK. There's a YouTuber named Thomas Benjamin Wild Esquire. That's his stage name, and he does sort of ragtime, sort of chap hop, and a mix of stuff in there, but always silly. And he had a couple of CDs that he did on CDR, and he's self-publishing them. But here's the first one that I picked up this week. This is A Quiet Night In, and then it opens up there, and there he is, and there's the back. So we've got songs on here including Could You Really Just Not Put This in an Email? Oh Social Media, I Called Someone to Fix It, Just One Day More, and it closes with Smile and Nod, a Christmas song. Along with this one, I got his most recent, Thomas Benjamin Wild Esquire, Making Friends at 40. And this one was just released. Let's see, I think this one said 21. Yep, there it is, 2021. And when was this other one released? Does it say on here? It should. Yep, there it is, 2020. So a little bit older. There's one more CD that I've seen on Discogs from this gentleman. This one, this is his most recent. This one does not have the song that I first discovered him by, but it has a song that I know very well that's a cover of a Tom Lehrer song, I Got It From Agnes. Other songs on here, we've got You Can't Teach an Old Dog New Tricks, An Ode to My Facial Hair, I'm Just Here for the Swearing, the title track, Making Friends at 40, Let's Get Ready to Turn It On, Well, This Is Shit, and it closes with Drinking in the Rain. So Thomas Benjamin Wild Esquire, Making Friends at 40, pickup that just arrived in my mailbox this week. So I said that I've been driving around again. I've had photography assignments from Milwaukee up to Green Bay and all the way as far as Minneapolis-St. Paul area this past week. One of the trips that I did to Milwaukee, I stopped in Oconomowoc, and I actually got to teach the agency that I work with, one of the agencies that I work with, how to say Oconomowoc. It's one of those fun city names here in Wisconsin where every other letter in the city name is an O. Oconomowoc, Oconomowoc. Really nice little town. If you have a chance to visit there, they got some really neat stuff. But they've got a Goodwill store there, and I stopped in there on my way back from Milwaukee. Picked up a couple of things. First one that I got there was this one, Seems Like Old Times by the Chicago Mob and Orchestra. This one is pretty straight ahead Dixieland. I haven't listened to it yet, but it's got a drill hole in the corner there, so somebody got it for free. I think I paid $1 for it, no big deal. But it fits into the jazz that I collect. And then also, when after I saw that one, I was looking through the electronics, because I also collect Kodak cameras, as I've shown here on the channel previously. And this one was set over there in the electronics section, Mickey Katz Mishmash. So this one has a bunch of his songs. It's 10 tracks, 5 on each side. It's got a cover of the song made famous by Tennessee Ernie Ford. It's got 16 tons. It's got a Schlemiel of Fortune, a Schmo is a Schmo, Home Often Range, Patcha-Me, Tweedledee, and it ends with Don't Let the Schmaltz Get in Your Eyes. So Mickey Katz Mishmash, another one to add there. While I was looking at the electronics section at that Goodwill, I found another thing that's a little bit bigger. Hang on. This is heavy. A nice big Onkyo receiver. Got this big boy for $30. So it's got all of the inputs that I need on there. I was able to plug it in, and it does turn on, and the radio does move around. There's all the plugs on the back there. So this will be Oof, this is heavy. There it is, a big Onkyo receiver. So that'll be the start to my secondary system here in my office. I've wanted something that I could play records with here in this room, so I can listen to records while I'm doing work here in my office, and not take the laptop out to the living room where my main stereo system is. So that's what I got in Oconomowoc, and then the next group of records here I got from an order that I placed with Spatula City Records. He's got a YouTube channel, you can check that out, and a mailing list. Recently he had this record to show, Star Trek. This one is, there's 2 episodes on here. There's a Mirror for Futility and the Time Stealer. So these are audio versions of those 2 episodes, and there's the back of it. This one is also a book and record. So there's a graphic novel of at least one of the episodes in here. I haven't read through it yet, but there's 2 different versions of this, 2 different cover versions of this record. This one is the comic cover. There's another version that has photographs of the cast from the original Star Trek. So it's Kirk, Spock, Bones, and the original cast there from Star Trek. This one, does it have a date on it? There it is, 1976. Paramount Pictures Corporation. The record is on Peter Pan Records. So this action-packed book and record set includes a full-color illustrated book and 12-inch 33 1/3 LP record, especially designed so you can read the story and hear the record, follow along word for word. The action comes alive before your eyes. So I haven't listened to it yet, but it was originally fully sealed in shrink wrap. I tend to take that off because shrink wrap will shrink as it ages and tend to warp the record, and I'd rather have it not warped and actually listenable, and I want to listen to my record, so I took that off. So, but you know, it's also got the corner cut on here, so it's definitely not an absolute perfect record, but it'll be a fun one to listen to. The same order with Spatula City Records, I picked up another one from my Disney collection, and it's this one, Mickey Mouse Club Song Hits with Personal Mouseketeer Cast Photo Album. And it says down here, this is not a sticker, this is actually printed right on it, right on the cover. 16 pages of your favorite stars and their autographs. The autographs, of course, are reproductions printed in the 16 pages that are in there. So this one has a little book, and let's pull that out. The pages are not quite as well secured as they used to be, but they appear to be all there. I don't notice anything missing. This is the original Mickey Mouse Club cast from the 50s and 60s era. So, you know, there's Karen. There's, let's see, that looks like Cubby there. Let's see, and then the previous page, there's Annette and Jimmy. There's a solo photo of Annette. And then the record itself. He's repackaged the record into a brand new paper sleeve red Disneyland record label. I ordered 3 records from Spatula City. The third one that I ordered from them was Smoker Stories Volume 1. Totally not Disney and Mickey Mouse Club, but this one is stories told by Mr. Entertainment Bub Thomas, recorded at the original Roaring Twenties in Torrance, California. There isn't a date on this one, but it does have a picture of Alfred E. Newman, so that kind of gives an idea of the date. Haven't listened to it yet, but I've heard other stories from the same artist, and with the dancing girls there, you know that it's probably not safe for work. So another order that came in this week, this one I saw on Turntable Lab's email list, and I said, you know, we should get that one because, you know, we don't have any of that artist yet, and this looks like a really nice release, so I went ahead and ordered it, and it's already gone up in value according to Discogs, and I'm glad I ordered it. And that's, of course, their version of the reissue of A Boy Named Charlie Brown with by the Vince Guaraldi Trio. There's front. The back is just text, so not really exciting there. But on the inside, oh, and whoops, there it goes onto the floor. They had their own Obi strip on the side there. So without the Obi, that's what it looks like there. This one included some collector cards of Peanuts characters, which of course I haven't torn apart yet, and I probably never will because it stores much easier that way, and it goes with the record. The record itself, fantasy label, is yellow. So I think that's the first yellow disc I've got. Probably not, but you know, it's a neat one. So we got that one to listen to. Let's see, on the track list on here we've got, starts off of course with Linus and Lucy, which became the theme song for the show. Then we've got Blue Charlie Brown, the baseball theme, Frida with the naturally curly hair. And then on side 2 we've got Oh Good Grief, Pebble Beach, Happiness, Schroeder, and it closes with the Charlie Brown theme. So Charlie Brown is one of those cartoons that I watched growing up, and they showed up in the newspaper as well. So that's another bit of nostalgia for me, and I'm sure it'll be a fine record to listen to. And then the next bit, the last group that I'm going to show is stuff that I got just 2 days ago at my local half-price books. So the first one I'm going to show is an extension to a VCLT that I got that I recorded, but I just haven't edited and put up yet. That will be coming soon. And that's Firesign Theater. So this is one that was not included in that VCLT, but it's also another one that was not yet in my collection. So this one is a good one to grab. Whoever owned it last signed it up here, Randy E. And it looks like E.DE. I don't know who that is, but Firesign Theater, not insane, is what it says there on the front. And let's see, on the side here, it's Not Insane or Anything You Want To is the full title. So Not Insane, the Firesign Theater, and it doesn't say anything else there, but there's the Or Anything Else You Want To. And this was released in 1972, is there. And then also, I found, always got to take a look through the jazz and blues section. This one has a little corner cut on it, but Nasty Blues. There's the back. And so this one has songs by Clarence Carter, who sings Strokin', Chuck Willis, I Want to Play with Your Poodle, Gary B.B. Coleman sings One-Eyed Woman, and Gary B.B. Coleman again sings Watch Where You Stroke. Clarence Carter closes it off with Why Do I Stay Here and Take This Shit From You? Let's see, and then down at the bottom, it looks like it was handwritten. This album contains lyrics of an explicit nature. Well, yeah, I kind of guessed that. From the title and from the song names, how can they not? So, another one that's going on the adult section of the comedy collection, but still, you know. And then I picked up 3 more Disney records from my local half-price books. The first one is one, actually let's go with this one first. This is one where I have some family members that actually worked on the movie, the original Disney movie of Pinocchio. And this one has a die cut here in the front of the, it says there, magic mirror. And if we pull it open here, the die cut opens up, and there's the full story. This one was previously owned by someone named Ryan. It will probably again be owned by someone named Ryan. My son is named Ryan, and when I pass, he's probably going to get the lion's share of my collection from what I've got here. So the story here, it's got little snippets of pictures from the story, and it's on the, let's see, this one did not have an inner sleeve, so I added my own on the purple label. And get that back in there. There's a pretty big seam split across the top on this one, so I don't want to pull it out too much. But yeah, we got Pinocchio, and then we got another one from a movie that I watched. I think I watched this one in grade school. I don't remember exactly when I saw it. I've seen it once, and now that I've got a Disney Plus subscription, I should look it up and watch it again. But this one is Johnny Appleseed. This one has more of a religious tone than some of the other movies that they've done. He's carrying this nice big Bible there in his hands there. And the first and last song are The Lord is Good to Me, We've got another song, Blessed Are the Peacemakers, and the back of it has some previews of the book that's included. This one, the cover is definitely not perfect. We've got some color fading up here around these two edges. So this was in a shelf where those two edges got sunlight, obviously, which is unfortunate, but oh well. As far as I can tell, the book is all here. There we go. And this one looks like the original paper sleeve on it, but it's on the rainbow label. And very nice quality record. Oh, there's some hairs on it. There it is. All right, very nice quality. There don't appear to be any major scratches or scuffs on it, so this will be should be a pretty clean playthrough. But yeah, I really like that rainbow label. And then we've got another Disneyland movie soundtrack. Well, not soundtrack, but Walt Disney Presents the story of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, based on the novel by Jules Verne. The back of it is advertising for other LPs at $1.98 each. It'd be nice if we could still get brand new records for $2. Most of the records that I get are still in the dollar bin, so I can get a lot of records for about that price. On the back here, it shows a couple that I've already got. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That's DWARFS, not VES. There's the 101 Dalmatians that I've already got in my collection. And let's see, I thought there was another one. Oh, there's this one, the 20,000 Leagues. And there's another version of Pinocchio with a different cover on it. And a bunch of others listed down here, including the Grasshopper and the Ants, Pollyanna, Swiss Family Robinson, Little Hiawatha. So a lot of the stories that they did in the early times in the 40s and 50s. But 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, there's has a special place for Disneyland Park fans, especially those who really like the Haunted Mansion. There's a movie prop from this movie in the Haunted Mansion, and it's in the big ballroom scene. It's the organ at the end of the room. That organ in the ballroom scene at the Disneyland Park in California is the actual movie-used organ from this movie. So, cool stuff. The last one I'm going to show today is the last one that I picked up also at the Half Price Books on Friday. I had a couple of others in this series, but now this one adds to that series. It's Fawlty Towers a la carte. This one is the episodes Gourmet Night and The Americans. So all the Fawlty Towers records are 2 episodes of the show. It's just the audio on here. There are no pictures or anything in it as well. But this one was sealed originally at the or in its original shrink wrap, and the shrink did shrink up a little bit and warped the bottom of the cover here a little bit. When I took it off, the record itself seemed okay, so that's the important part for me. I actually listen to all my records. I really don't see much of a value in keeping them sealed, so I open them up and I listen to them. But anyway, those are my most recent acquisitions from about the last month or so. I've got a whole bunch more videos that I've recorded. I've not edited yet, going all the way back to the start of this other big work project that I was working on since September. I actually got some stuff that I've filmed, or that I've recorded from August and even late July from last year that I haven't edited and uploaded yet. There's a couple of ECLT unboxings. I was hoping to get through some contest entries, but never got those recorded and uploaded. Got some more vinyl finds to put up. Whole bunch more stuff, and there's more coming. Now that I'm free from that other work project, I can do my own videos again, and you can expect to see more from me in the coming days, weeks, and months. Probably closer to the weeks and months period than the days period. But there's so much backlog I need to get through. I'll be putting them up as I can get through them. And there'll be more to watch, and I will be participating more strongly again. So that's what I've got today. See you next time.